you buy to manufacture goods, or you buy to use it as a office. So it's categorized by social economic function. So they are classified by residential, commercial, retail, F&B, all right, or by production will be factories or warehouse, or they are by price, whether they are above 5 million, they are below 5 million, above 5 million, then you further categorize them by beyond 10 million, all right. So then you have the mid market. The mid market is very difficult now to actually put a price. So I haven't really done the research on how the international consultancy now classify mid market. All right, so I suspect anything above 1.5 mil all the way up to 3 million, you should consider that mid market, because still a lot of people can afford, right? Mass market, I believe, is anything below 1.5 mil. All right. So after we stabilize, then we will be able to tell you high end means how much, right? Now, so the market can be segmented by such factors, but there's no such thing as segmented by profitability. That means, this is a more profitable segment, or this is a less profitable segment. No, the market is not segmented by profitability. Meaning, you go to mass market, you can be profitable also. You go to high end, you can be profitable also. All right. So depending on what price you pay. So you see, so you can't classify the property effectively. You can't categorize them effectively. There are a lot of missing link. All right, like between one precinct and another precinct, a lot of differences. Highly cyclical, and I don't know how many of you still remember the period of time, the era where Singapore has oversupply of BTO. So your customers will tell you, I want to sell my resale flat already, then I will contra against a BTO. So now, I'm very sure you never heard that, all right? For a new salesperson who just came in, no such thing as contra, all right, against a BTO flat. Because a BTO will take 4-5 years to build. All right, but earlier, when you have 17,000 BTO flats unsold on the market, so a lot of existing flat owner, when they heard of that, then they say, that one's very beautiful, no? So you mean when I sell this one, I don't have to come up with any money, I can just contra and then move to the other, to the BTO flat? They say yes. Yes means we're very sad because we can only make one commission. So we say yes, of course, you can contra this way. So I think after 2005, we have no more. No, I think it's 2006 or 7. We have no more excess BTO already. So we got to build, we got to chase after demand. But there were times where there was 17,000 BTO flat ready, unsold, key available, waiting for people to come and take. All right, so I think going forward another 10-15 years, I think we are going to see oversupply of HDB flats. All right, and then of course oversupply of condos around the same period of time. So, but right now we have not enough. We have not enough condos. You never heard me wrongly. We don't have enough condo to meet the demand for rental by the demand from the expats. So that's why it's highly cyclical, and because of the constraint in supply, then the price go up very sharply. So now it start to consolidate. I'm not saying decline, I just say consolidate means start to go flat. All right, so just now I said I will briefly explain the cycle. All right, so I'm not explaining any of the patterns. I'm just explaining the generic cycle, how it forms. Number one, of course, occupancy rate must go up first. Now, so the reason behind occupancy rate go up is usually because of good economy. right, for Singapore in this particular season is because we have many fund managers relocating from Hong Kong, specifically from Hong Kong, right? So now because the funds come over, so the analysts also come over, the newspaper also come over. All right, so all the supporting industry all come over. And then you have the AI people come over. You have the blockchain people come over. Cryptocurrency, Singapore, actually we are very behind Abu Dhabi. But blockchain is blockchain. Blockchain is another thing altogether. So people who write the algorithm, people who's going to set up the entire network for Singapore government and all that, okay, they are all coming over. In other words, all the high-tech one, biotechnology and all that, all start to come over. Because why? Because the pandemic frightened them. All right, because other countries, the way they handle pandemics really frighten all these funds, all these technology companies. So many of them, after the pandemic, actually move over to Singapore. And right now, we have 200,000 foreigners working here, and we only have 350,000 private apartments to rent to them. All right, repeat, we have 212, that is last year's statistics, 212 expats right now, individual 212 expats, not counting S-Pass, not counting student pass. All right, it's already 200,000, and Singapore is very small. Our condo only 350,000. 350,000. So you add the landed, it's only 420 over 1,000. So not enough. So as a result, occupancy rate go up, then renters start to follow, and by right, in this moment, we should be seeing a lot of en bloc sale happening already. But unfortunately, it also coincides with a slightly higher interest rate environment and a very uncertain future, I would say, very uncertain and very, I would say, volatile also, a volatile geopolitical environment. So then, therefore, C didn't take place. C didn't take place. Right now, C didn't take place. Now you see, this is supposed to be a traditional theory to explain cycle. So, but for this particular time period, the demand go up, but then developers are not acting on, are not going out to acquire private land. So because why? Because it should actually prompt the developers to actually slowly, go out and start to buy up projects and then redevelop them. All right, so then this is a cycle. Now, usually when that happens, like for example in Singapore, in 2007 to 2008, suddenly when there is a crisis overseas, and then suddenly the occupancy drop. So that's how the cycle is formed. Go up, then it come down. Okay, so therefore it's very difficult to forecast demand. Like for us, like I say, we are supposed to be seeing a lot en bloc. This time round, we are not seeing en bloc. Right? B, as a result, you may have continued deficient supply, because developers are not actively going out to buy private land, all right, en bloc. So I think when more expats come, then we continue to be constrained by the limited supply. All right, okay. So that's why it's difficult, That's why it's difficult, and then sometimes it's oversupply. I already told you, we had oversupply from year 2000 all the way to 2006, I think, or 2007. That period of time, and now we don't have enough supply. And after a while, after 2030, I'm very sure HDB flat oversupply one. I'm very, very sure, because our population is not increasing fast enough, but people are buying one family household. All right, let's say one parent, they got 2 children, and then let's say both not married, both will go and also get BTO. All right, okay, they don't care. One BTO many years ago, unmarried children, each one got one. So then, okay, anyway. Okay, so